I can't believe he's with his third time with cancer right now, 90 years old. 30, he had stomach cancer, and then 60, he beat colon cancer, and now 90, he had stomach cancer again. So he's a fighter. Yeah. Amazing man. His name was Frank. Mm. Oh my God.
I need like a hot bath.
It's so nice hearing from them too. You know, I'm so happy they're all together. Oh my God. I'm so happy that I got to talk to him before I came in to the house. You know, speak to him, which is so good. They must think I'm doing okay here too, otherwise they'd be like, get your ass home.
That's true.
God. Uh-oh. Wow. Well, I love you guys.
I love you, Frank.
Thank you for being here. Oh, God. They were like, you could stay in there all day. I was like, I don't want to be alone. You know. The funeral's on Saturday. Maybe we could do a little prayer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
A little service.
Sure can.
The boss man. God. You know, when he got ill, you know, when my aunt passed away 8 years ago, like, I was the only one that was strong enough to, like, give her eulogy and, like, be there for everybody. So I was kind of preparing myself for when he passed to, like, be there for, have that role again, you know, be, like, kind of the guy that ushers everyone. So it's just really hard for me to know that I'm here and I can't be there. You know, more for my grandmother, more for my mom and sister and my cousin. But, you know, it sounds like they've got it under control, you know. It really does. You know, they're all together, which is great. And, you know, they're going to wait to have the celebration of life when I get out. And Grandpa said specifically a few days ago that if anything were to happen, he wanted you to know how proud he is of you and that he's rooting for you to win. Even though he had no idea what was going on the show. He was watching just for you, live feeds and all.
It's awesome that you.
He also insisted that whatever happened, he didn't want to interfere with his opportunity. I'm sure he's watching you from heaven, and I'm sure that's better than any live feed we've got. I can only imagine how confused he was just watching the show. Being like, what? Who? What's HOH? The hell does that mean? Why is he wearing that? What do you mean he's tarred and feathered?
Why isn't he wearing anything?
Oh my goodness.
What's today, Wednesday? So he passed away yesterday. Oh, good. So he got to see me win HOH. That's cool. And then get tarred and feathered. And he didn't get to see me as in that referee outfit, which is probably good too. Oh God, what the hell is he wearing? Unbelievable. Such a cool guy. He fought World War II.
Wow.
And then he was a communications officer in the Army. And then he stationed him in San Francisco. And then he worked every day too. Went to the office every single day. He was an electrical engineer, so he just kept inventing new things, and he was so smart. Just smart man, and always in a suit and tie. Always, every day. This picture is so funny. Me and him tanning. I'm in a bikini, and he's in a suit and tie, and we were lying out together. The two Franks, just lying out, suit and tie. Oh my goodness. He was like a badass too when he was like young. He always told me stories about. He used to be really good friends with Rocky Graziano, who was the middleweight champion. Marciano was like Rocky. Graziano was the middleweight champion, and he used to always go places with Rocky, and Rocky wasn't allowed to fight ever because his hands are considered lethal weapons. So he's never allowed to fight someone. So, if anyone ever picked a fight with Rocky, he'd be like, Frank, go take care of this guy. And my grandfather would be like, you, outside. Let's go. He's such a badass, my grandfather. Brooklyn, Italian, it was the real thing. It was
Was your mom's mom or your dad?
My mom's dad. Yeah.
Sorry.
My mom's dad. So they told me they'd give me a picture tomorrow if I win.
Oh, that's great.
Good.
So I'm gonna
Hopefully they give them a little something at the end of the show.
yeah,
In memory of, do the whole thing.
yeah.
I'm sure they will.
It's so fun because even though he was so ill, it was just it wasn't an option that he was gonna die. It just was never an option. Oh, it didn't even occur to me that it could possibly happen. I mean, part of me did when I was when I was saying goodbye to him in person, I was I wonder if this is the last time I'll see him, It's gonna be 3 months, almost 4 months till I can see him again. But, when I left, he was doing so much better. It's cancer, man. Cancer's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Oh, God. Second member of my immediate family died of cancer. It's too much. Bitch of a disease. Can we get a cure for cancer, please?
Please, I would do anything for that too.
That was just not what I was expecting. I walked through the room and I was all chipper and I had my little makeup bag. And they're we have information for you that's not game related. And I was like, fuck. Oh, God. But they're letting me send a message to my family, so I have to I know, right? Stay, be strong. Frank Grandy. R.I.P. Frank Grandy. R.I.P. Grandpa Grandy. Cute. Such a cute man. I want all pictures of us. That's what I want. Should we make salmon? I'll cook fish. That'll make me feel better. Oh, I'm such a pretty crier. I am really, it is jealous that my whole family's together though. Is that weird? They're all together, which is awesome. I miss my cousin. I'm happy that she put her in the letter too, because they're all thinking, you know. I mean, there's no way that if they couldn't do it, they would have told me to come home. Like that's the kind of family that you know, like they'd be like, come home. Sorry, you know what you're doing is great and all, but come home. Like, so since they want, you know, since they want me to stay, I'm gonna stay. But wow, it's rough, man.
Play for him now.
I will. I want to pray for my grandfather. Play for my grandfather. Because he was so strong. I mean, he overcame cancer 2.5 times. So I can get through this house with you guys. For sure. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here with you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
So forgive me if I'm a little out of it for a while.
You were Frank all day yesterday.
I was Frank all day yesterday in honor of him. That wasn't what my grandfather was like. I don't know, maybe. He was pretty badass when he was like 20-something. Who knows? He could be like that. The accent isn't that far off, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, no, he's like Brooklyn Italian. Yeah, babe, come here. What are you doing? My favorite is my grandparents over breakfast. All they do is argue for like, they've been married for 65 years, 70 years, yeah. Something crazy. They met when they were 11 years old. Yeah, then, you know, I always ask my grandmother, it was like, when did you know that was the man you were going to marry? And she was like, I think the first time that I saw him, when he was sitting on that stoop. I was 11 years old. They're like literally the cutest people on the planet. But in breakfast, it's like, babe, where's my bagel? Get up and get your own fucking bagel. I'm not gonna get the fucking bagel. I'm sitting down here. I already sat down. Well, fine, then I'll bring you the fucking bagel. You gotta wait a minute. I don't wanna wait a minute. So funny. So funny. They're a sitcom. And Grandpa always, don't you tweet that. Don't you put that on the internet. I don't want anybody knowing my personal business on the internet. Okay, Grandpa. I promise I won't tweet that. He has so many good quotes. Oh my god, my cousin Lonnie has like everything that he's ever said written down, like everything, and it's perfect. I mean, like we're gonna do a shit my grandpa says book. Have to. There's no option. Because like it's just so funny the shit that he says. Oh my god, my favorite. Christmas morning, it was Christmas evening. I walk out in my outfit for Christmas, and my grandfather looks at me and goes, "Don't you have men's clothes?" Oh my god, it's so true. It's so true. It was like black pants. You don't own black pants. I was wearing skin tight red skinny jeans with like calf high sparkly Uggs and like a candy cane striped shirt with like a Christmas sweater tied around my shoulder. Don't you have men's clothes? Like black pants. And it was like
A suit and tie.
and I was like, no. Oh god, he loves when I wear a suit and tie. Oh god. She's the cutest. But he was actually the first member of my family to be okay with my coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like everyone else was like, we don't know how we feel about it. We don't know how, like, we're conflicted. And literally, like, one day, like, the quietest, most wonderful man literally was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's our grandson. He's my grandson. I'm going to love him no matter what. Like, why are you all confused? There's nothing to be confused about. He's perfect. Aww. And it was like, everyone was like, And our grandmother was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Da, 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 da. It's going to be such a hard life. Da, da, da. He's like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter. Like, who cares a shit how you feel about it? He's our grandson. This is the way he is. Shut up. He's perfect. And I was like, oh, great. You're right. I love that. I love that so much. That he was the one that led the charge towards everyone accepting, my sexuality.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. It wasn't that anyone was unaccepting. It's just everybody was like, this is going to be so hard for him. Like, and it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do about it? You can't, like, reverse it. So it's like, it's only one option. Knuckle up. Go forward. But
Stay strong, Frankie.
I will. I will. Yeah. I have you guys, too.
Yeah,
For sure. If you need anything, we're here.
Oh, God. No, just not the thing that I was expecting when I walked into that room. So I walked into the DR, and I sat down. I do like Sean's voice, though.
Be
Put
awesome.
together like a nice video message or something. So what year is that? 20?
23.
3. That's it. 1923.
Because my grandmother's 92.
Mm-hmm. We did his 90th birthday party at the Box, which is the place where I MC, like the burlesque, like strip sexy club. But we did it during the day. So it because it looks like 1920 New York, like it does. So like we walked in and he was like, "Oh my God!" Like he thought it was the coolest thing ever. And of course, because I'm one of the MCs, like they like hooked it up, and it was like awesome.
That had to be nice.
We had like a swing, like a jazz band, and I sang New York, New York to him.
Oh my goodness.
Happiest thing. We had a sexy aerialist like on the like hoop, and literally he was just like. He loved her so much, and then I'm like, "Grandpa, the aerialist at the bar," and he's like, "Oh." Sitting at the bar and thing. There's a picture of me, his like best friend, and like my grandfather, all three of us are like just looking at the aerialist. She was the sweetest. I didn't do any. We kept all the sex acts out of that show, but it was fun.
At least he's gotten to see you so much.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Whew. He certainly has. Even though he has no idea what's going on in the show. I can imagine the show would be extremely, extremely confusing. Like, He's like, so wait, he's the what now? What does that mean? Who is HOH? Who's that woman? Why is she talking to me? Just Julie Chen. Oh my God. I said she was going to wear purple tomorrow.
Yeah? Purple?
I think purple or like electric blue.
Yeah, something feisty. She's going to be feisty. Oh my God. I don't know. It's almost like good that selfishly, it's good that I'm here because I can't even imagine what kind of a wreck I'd be out there. But also, like, it would get me focused and like have to do a job. So I feel like I can almost like just use that as my reason to pull it together and not fall apart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like out there, I'd be focused. I'd be working for my family to be strong and to maintain them and to lift them up. And so I can do the same thing here,
Right.
I can still be strong. Like if they're watching, like they can see me be strong here. And that'll give them,
Comfort.
knowing that like, I've
For sure.
like they're like, oh no, he's okay. And I will be okay. And they will be okay. I'm sure they're not watching right now, but
You need a group hug?
yes.
Everybody?
I like this idea. Let's go over here. Thank you, guys.